Happy Wednesday! My YouTube studio changed. It updated and it freaks me out. Send help. Hi, hi. My YouTube studio apparently got a little bit of a fresh coat of paint and I'm actually a little bit spooked by it. I don't like it. I'll get used to it. Heyo. Heyo, heyo, heyo. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm not being very professional today. I'm being a little loosey-goosey. I'm being a little loosey-goosey in our little chit-chats today, and I haven't even started chit-chatting yet. Hello! For those that are new, hello, my name is Zephyr. It's a pleasure to meet you. And hello, my lovely little chats. How are you guys doing on the I would say fantastic Wednesday, but it's also cold. It's cold. It's been snowing. I do not like driving out in it. It's been cold and snowy. That is the long and short of it today. It has been cold. It's just been snowy. I feel like I wish I could bundle up into a bigger jacket and just curl up and pretend everything is fine. Hi, I'm doing good. I feel like a little on the sleepy side today, but I will push through because I want to get this. I want to get Case 2 finally out of my hair. I feel like a little weirdly sleepy, but I will persevere in the madness that is playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney through a lot of precision. Maybe that's not the right word. Persistence is the word I think I'm looking for. Oh god. If my brain cannot figure out words, I think I'm cooked. Ooh. Nice. I saw Durin for Genshin Impact. I think his design is really cool, but then again, I have a weakness for anything that's like got a dragon aesthetic. Anything that's got like a dragon aesthetic is usually like top priority for me because I think that's really cute. But no, I saw Durin's design. I remember part of his event. I didn't play it. I kind of like vicariously lived through it. So I was just kind of like watching it. I saw, oh, he's kind of cute. He's adorable. And then he's like this part dragon character. And it's like, oh, that's even better. I like part dragon characters when they actually have like full on like visibility of like what their dragon stuff is. Kind of like how the Dunhung from Amphorius looks like. It's the tail, it's the horns, it's the wings. Add a little bit of a scale pattern on their cheeks and stuff, and they are like 100% in my book. Those are like, it's not even the fact that I like Dragonborns, by the way. This is just the sheer fact that in fantasy, if I'm ever given an opportunity to have a human dragon hybrid, especially when you're doing a lot of accents, I'm cooked. Yep, I'm absolutely cooked. Yep. But yeah, what I was talking about with dragons. If I like fantasy dragons, Dragonborns are cool. Do not get me wrong on this, by the way. But I think there's just something about having those more humanoid dragons that look more human and have like dragon aesthetics like wings, tails, horns, etc. And like scale patterning, kind of like how I did for my my Dragonblood sorceress during when me, Avarice, and Yumiko were doing Baldur's Gate 3. The Dragonblood kind of thing. I love that kind of aesthetic. I'm weak for dragons, I guess. For those that don't know, I am a very, very fantasy-oriented person. I love anything with fantasy genre on it. Like, give me witches, give me magic, give me dragons. I'm a silly person. I am a silly person, yet also give me cute little adorable thing of death, as in like Day with Death, which I really should by the way, I think Day with Death is getting either some new DLC or something, and I like, ooh, that would be a fun one to revisit, Day with Death. Because I remember doing that. I was giggling like crazy because I love how he was. I am all wiggly today. I am wiggly. My cold reading is probably going to be completely crazy. I'm just feeling all sorts of ways today. I am feeling all sorts of ways, and I'm kind of vibing. I think it's because it's the holiday season, and I'm all for the holiday season. For those that also don't know, I love Christmas. I really do. And that's why last year I was a little sad with it because I think I was underneath like a lot of stress last year. Well, last December, I should say. Last year was still okay. But I think around December I was having like a lot of mental healthy struggles, and I got stressed out like really really easily. So last year Christmas didn't have like a lot of meaning. But this year I'm doing better. I think I think I'm doing a heck of a lot better. Sorry to like suddenly drop that like a little overshare, but that's kind of like how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like a lot better. Sorry. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Thank you. Again, sorry about dropping that sudden I don't know if that was like too much oversharing or not, but I'm honest. I like being openly honest sometimes. I'll keep my privacy, but I'll be honest when I need to be. It's okay. Thank you. I just want to make sure it's never too much for everybody, because I know sometimes that's not always the fun thing to hear or listen to, the sorceress in the corner usually yapping. Oh, uh, yeah. I am cold for some reason. My office space is like a little bit chilly today, and I'm just trying to bundle up in my little cave blanket. I'm trying to bundle up in my little cave blanket and try to be cozy. I'm in a good mood today, though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I did too, because like I said, I am. It wasn't too much. It's okay. Okay, good. That's good. But yeah, I'm cozy. I'm warm. I got like, how much water do I have? Uh, you can't hear it, but I am shaking my water bottle around. I got about, it's about half empty right now. So I should be fine. This is a big like 32 ounce. How big were you? I'm trying to see if I can find the ounces on this thing. No, but I think it was like a big 32-ounce water bottle, so I still have like a lot of water still left in it. I refilled it relatively recently, so. Hmm. E. Is there anything I needed to really talk about today? I don't think there really fully was, other than I'm definitely excited to continue the Coffin of Andy and Lily with Bubba on Saturday. It's exciting. I like having Bubba on board to do the Coffin of Andy and Lily with me, because it's very helpful to have like a secondary voice to especially play like a lot of the male characters. And yay. I'm so happy. Cuz if Phoenix Wright has taught me anything, my vocal cords die after a little while. Oh god, I just realized the amount of eeny meeny voice lines I'm going to have to do today. For those who are not looking forward to hearing a Valley Girl accent, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to deal with that. Okay. Oh, do I have anything else I need to talk? Again, I just like to kind of like go through my mental checklist. I don't think other than Saturday I have anything to fully talk about. I need to see if Road to Empress is like safe to stream, because that might be something I do in the new year. Because I was looking really forward to playing that at some point, just for fun. But I heard that either the YouTube system is a little finicky with it, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. Maybe I'm just so small that they wouldn't care. And I'm fine. I'm fine with my tiny little cozy community that we have built together. Hmm. I'm all over the place with my thought process. I just realized. Yeah. Anything else I don't think there's anything else I really needed to talk about. I think next week will probably be scheduled as normal. Excuse me. I think I'll be scheduled as normal next week. No, actually. I need to cooperate with Zone. Um, I need to cooperate with Zone, and I believe it'll be the 19th is actually, holy moly. We're almost through this month in time. Holy. Just seeing the fact that the 19th is quite literally next Friday is like, it hurts my brain. Oh my god. So, okay. Change of plans. I will cooperate with Zone, but I believe on the 19th of next week, as of next week for Friday, Zone and I will be doing the Hell of a Has-Been karaoke. I need to compile the final set list because there's actually a fair amount of songs for the karaoke, and I know there's like a handful of songs that Zone and I have like both vetoed, as in we were against. So I kind of need to go through the playlist just to see about like what's not going to be good to have and what will be. Yeah, I'll actually let me 1 second. Let me go let me go make sure everything's good. Actually, I'll do that after stream. I'll do that after stream. It's just like the 19th suddenly like just springing up made me completely threw me off for a second. But that means I have a spot I need to fill out for Friday, so that's fine. That is a-okay. But yeah, I think my Yap Fest is about done. I think that was just kind of like one of the last few things I needed to talk about. Let's slip over to the gaming corner. Ignore the void. The void is only temporary. The void is not life. Do not worry. I did not send anyone to the Shadow Realm today. Actually, I think I very rarely have to send people to the Shadow Realm. There are a few times where I've had to, but I've never had to fully do it recently. Where is the game? There is game. There is the game. Hey, at least it's better than being in the complete darkness. Remember? When you guys used to always be in like the complete and utter darkness whilst I was busy trying to set everything up. Let's do... There we go. I cannot believe we're only in case 2 of the second game. We're not even like halfway through this franchise yet. It's fine. I'm not overly worried. I just cannot believe we are not even halfway through the franchise yet. Because we've still got Oh god, what else do we have left? We still have Edgeworth's story. We have Edgeworth's game. We still have Trials and Tribulations after this one. Then it's Edgeworth series, which is the Phoenix Wright Attorney Investigations. Then we go to the Apollo Justice timeline, which some of those ones are very long cases, especially if you look at Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice. Some of those are extremely long cases, especially their final ones. And then we have the actual like Ace Attorney Investigations series, which is which I consider it like the very beginning of the Phoenix Wright timeline, but it's not confirmed yet. Well, actually, it is probably very much confirmed. Although there is, what did I want to... Oh, yeah. Supposedly, and I did not look very deep into the article about it, it's possible that Phoenix Wright might make a return, which is like, yay. I love Phoenix Wright, I really do. It actually like tests my brain power. Okay. But yeah. Last time we did this, I will do a quick little vocal recap. Last time we did this, we were in the Karayan village doing the investigation portion of the session. I struggled a lot with running back and forth in the Cyclock mechanic because Zephyr is a silly brain who forgets things really easily and doesn't keep an eye on context clues. Good God, can you imagine me trying to struggle with the Danganronpa mechanics? The streamer struggle is often very, very real, and it exists. And for those that don't know, I do try my best at voice acting. It's not professional, it's not like this, that, or the other, but it's just me being silly. It is me being very silly, and me trying to struggle while also trying to maintain proper, like, differences in voices. Yeah. God, can you imagine me trying to struggle with the Danganronpa mechanics, though? Because I know Trigger Happy Havoc. I have seen the mechanics, and that's like, why are there so many for just like so many like little mechanics? And there's like five different ones, maybe 4, maybe 6. I lost count when I was listening to someone play Trigger Happy Havoc. Anywho. Let's continue Justice for All with Reunion and Turnabout, Part 4-1, Trial. Yes. I want to finish this chapter today. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Whoa, wait, she's only 18? Damn! I didn't realize she was only 18. Yeah. Why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself. And she's so grown up. And she also passed the bar exam before she turned the age of 18. Which, is a high bar in itself. I'll see myself out. I'll see myself out for that one. Arr. Yeah, and I'm sure she's felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. Again! For the 3rd time! Or is this only her 2nd? I think this is actually only her 2nd. But she will be in like a 3rd, a 4th. Poor Maya never catches a break. I think she'll at least be tried 3 other times at the very least. 2 or 3. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all that you've gone through. Good morning. The 2 of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hi, Pearl. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Uh-huh. What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. Yeah, right. That's right, Pearly. You mean the mother that is not completely suspicious, and Mia is even saying, yeah, Mystic, she's, Miss Morgan Fay is absolutely suspicious. One animation where Maya gets into trouble the moment Wright blinks. Yeah, that's probably very fair. Hey, Pearls? Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Phoenix, don't use Mia as a crutch. Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident without her help. He is really using Mia as a crutch for this right now. Mr. Nick, that's enough. Can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Wait, what? Pearly! Not this again. I forgot that this was one of Pearl's like biggest quirks. Is she shipped Phoenix and Maya. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you to your alone time. She is way too young to start that business. Thank goodness. Nick. This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. Oh shit! No, that's right, because we are going to be probably putting Morgan through the paces too. I just realized. Yeah, if Pearls summons Mia, Pearl will not be aware of what's going on. Oh, that actually was not a crutch. That's that is actually very clever thinking. My mistake. Oh. What do you mean? What's going on? Oh, yeah, because Maya doesn't know either. Because she was channeling Mia. Maya has zero idea what's going on either. Fuck! How are you gonna tell someone that your aunt is gonna be put on the stand? What do you mean? What's going on? Oh, June 22nd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fay. The defense is ready, Your Honor. That's started already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. And pardon me, my German accent is probably very off the cuff, so I am going to do my best. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool, wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you in such good spirits today, Miss Faye. Oh god. Yeah, I forgot that also. Yeah, Von Karma's aware of how the spirit channeling works. It's true what they say. Women are really scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder and to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. I hope I am doing this properly. I'm not very good at it. Because for me, the German sounds French for whatever reason. What? Ayo. Respectfully, she still got me on a chokehold. Oh dear. But Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? I also know whose eyes those are. Those are not Mia's or Maya's. Oh yeah, I forgot oh wait, I had a moment where it's like, oh yeah, I forgot, wait, their bodies are technically taken over and their physical appearance changes. Pearl is literally right there, Zephyr. What are you talking about? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that this is when she drops this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fay, to the stand. Oh shit, she's first? Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. Oh yeah, Mia's the only one who's aware. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay. I'm a spear medium in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking? Ow! I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body just and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... Ah! You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. I will say, I don't know what it is, but I love the design of these teacups. The little, like, almost looks like foam overflow or something like that. I know it's like a particular design in Japan, and it's like on like some old teacups, and I think those are really fun designs for some reason. But what in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped the room. What? Wait. Escaped the room? How were we not aware that she got out of the room? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Got that hair, though. Order, order, order! Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Yeah, no shit. I mean, you always gotta have a little bit of tea. It's good for the throat. Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. That is bull. I smell bullshit. I smell bullshit already. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. I smell bullshit. Otherwise, how would the police have caught her? Why would have you hidden this for until now? That is a bogus ass statement. I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities as they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting the falsity, Mr. Phoenix Light. Why is she making it a point to stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is very smart and a sly person. It's gonna be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. I already smell bogusness when she says that Maya, like, whacked her and ran out of the room. But I guess this is where we poke holes and if we poke. Oh god, I did not fully heal. The gunshots. Pressies. I'm at the pressy point where it's like I gotta press on everything now. Just now, you said those two. Were you two people? Who were the two people you're referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Ada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. She's probably from, like, Osaka or something. Technically. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English. Not to mention, she looked awful. Wow. You know, I have issues with Lotta, but, like... Wow, okay. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Ah, shit. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Faye? I request that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Keep pressing. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as to call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Exactly. Yes, that's just a very good point. At the time, I, myself, was a little confused. Man, not her roasting people's accents, I know, right? On top of which, there was another. Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. Ma'am! I want to hear the end of that sentence. Question further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of the room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply didn't wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. It looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand. She was in a daze. I'm just gonna keep, like, pressing on these statements because I'm still trying to find, like, the Swiss cheese hole. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by that statement? Wait, did she reverse that statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why did you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this. However... Objection! The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Keep questioning, Phoenix. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... The witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. I cannot stamp the accent right now. Yes, very well. Ugh. Why does it feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, please continue with what happened. And quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped the room. How did she escape the room? Can you give us more info on that? Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily. This is true. Objection! Hey. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix, right? What about this picture? Remember, at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Ugh. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't she have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. Do you... Keep pressing on this. You fainted. I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps? And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? The witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Yeah, her statements are so vague. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? Question further, because why not? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant could have went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. You could at least take a wild guess of where she could have run off to. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have a wonder myself. This is true. Like, how would you be aware she ran out of the channeling chamber if you were unconscious? It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there's nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. It probably will, Phoenix. It probably will. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask. Where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes. Except my point, yeah. Quiet, you. Now then, what's the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Confusion. Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Miney? There we go. I think you see where this is headed. Oh boy. I'm going to gag. Fitness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eeny Meeny. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Oh god, I'm gonna sound like such an airheaded, crazy person. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Minnie. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess... If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. He is very compliant to Miss Von Karma right now. I say he's whipped, but in the almost most physical sense. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine! For my sake. Yeah, the Eeny Meeny voice is like part of the character. I hate it too. I think there's like a couple of like voices that I genuinely hate doing, and it's just like, but I'm doing it for the content, for the sake of the stream. After the murder, like when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like a little later, someone came into the room like really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I hate this. I hate it here. I hate it here so much. I hate this dialogue. I hate this dialogue so much. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally terrible. I feel like I'm ending her statements with like a question mark. I need a drink. This is the case of Zephyr needs a little bit of a drinky drink. Hang on, I got a sudden message. I'm going to investigate, see what that's about. Okay. Nothing of note. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure that this was not something I needed to keep an eye on. Sorry about that. I need the water. At least she wasn't speaking like with OMG or BRB or anything like that yet. Actually, I think Phoenix Wright like avoids that kind of text-to-speech dialogue. Now hold your horses, young lady. Young lady, you're saying that the person that entered was your sister. Lead speak, yeah, I think so. Oh, don't get me started on the don't get me started. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about Somali, not Somali, Salmonella, there it is. Yep, that was it. Yeah, he did. I forgot about that. I think I like took that out of my brain. Don't you mean the defendant Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor? Maya Fey was still in the middle of the channeling at the time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes. Meeny. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is witness. Like, yeah? God, kill me. In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what's blah 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 blah. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? There we go. I got it. I had to, like, with all the T's close together, I had to kind of like very slowly read that one. I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Miney, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. Oh hey, this is the opening of the case. I was murdered by that person. Yeah, this is like totally repeating the opening of this case. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Miney? She took her revenge. Yeah, sometimes sisters really do look alike. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that the spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. Well, we haven't even gotten our cross-examination through yet. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Seriously, are these guys espers, or is that like blue parentheses dialogue just Phoenix like talking out loud to himself? Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's just find the one loose thread and unwind the tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts only out more foolishly foolish drabble. Aye. Sweetheart, why did they translate this like this? Is this how it was? I'm wondering if this was how it was like originally written, but it's like there's so many fools. Not even your father had this much fool in his dialogue. I wonder if he'll make this one more entertaining than the last. After the murder. I get my tongue twisted on the foolishly foolish fool. Like when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Press for information. Was that because of your? That was because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like that's right. I like think that there was sesame seeds like in the lunch they served that day. I had this like premonition that there was gonna be something totally premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Probably yes, Phoenix. Anyway, you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Like a little later, someone came in our room like really suddenly. I'm gonna press her on all these statements at this point. Do you know the time? Like, maybe a little before 11 a.m., something like that, I think. 11 a.m.? Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant, what time was it when that someone came into your room? Man, this girl is such a airheaded ditz. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Okay. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. I hate this. Sorry, my bad. I freaking hate this so much, but I gotta do it. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... She's not even finishing her statement. That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Fitness. About this person who entered the side room. Thank you, Francesca. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. That's... Are you absolutely sure? I guess. Yes. Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. I'm going to kill this woman myself. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I am an only child. More than that, she managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Miney? I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy, like, in a sad way. Wasn't it, like, only, like, a couple of... I just realized I'm starting to get her inflection, and I hate it. Wasn't it only a few months? 1 year ago. Okay, so it was no, that was a year ago, was the surgical clinic incident. When did this happen? May 24th. Okay, this was May 24th. I thought you was early. Nah. May 2nd, 14 patients died. Did she... It's been like a few months since the incident, I think. Press. You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But, like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult... I'm killing... But I know about all the Korean channeling technique... All about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Question further. Pull, Phoenix. Pull! Pull everything out you can. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think that anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her! You know the phrase, objection? Could try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. This question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really that important? I think it is very important. Yeah. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, can you amend your testimony? Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. I wasn't like scared at all. It was like her costume looked like totally normal. Hmm? So there was nothing odd about it at all about your sister's appearance? Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. Oh, that's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I like go on? Ooh. I'm gonna press on this real quick. Something terrible? What was this thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish sieve for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Francesca, I love you. I adore your character. I hate your dialogue sometimes because my tongue gets so tied up with the foolish. Well, excuse... Did they seriously write that? Did they seriously? Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? Ask to hear it again, why not? I'm sorry, but can I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I'll even, like, tell it all spooky-like for you. Okay, so this was nothing to worry about right now. Probably just a localizer choice. Probably was. And don't forget, this was like localized a long time ago too. So that was probably back when the meme was, back when the joke was like still a very popular thing to do. Because let's think about it, for all we know, there could have been some like version in Japan where it was kind of similar. But they did the extra mile with the Legend of Zelda joke. Like, how was that? It was a little scary. Like, I'm sorry, maybe I like put too much spookiness in it? I know there has to be something there I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up, but don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Okay, so in my eyes, when she was saying that, talking about her sister, her costume looked like totally normal. My girl, where is that? Which picture is this? Let me check this. Is this the one? How is this normal? It's covered in blood. I'm pretty sure you would freak out if you saw someone covered in blood. Objection! Hell yeah, baby! I am a smart cookie! That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eni. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Light? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. I'm at one smart cookie. God, I'm craving Loft House. Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Yeah, but I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. It's a blood spray. Oh, that was a little too French. Miss Meanie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted that right off the bat. Order, Miss Meanie, what is the meaning of this? Yeah, that little statement about the blood spray was like, whoopsies, I got a little French there. Miss Meanie? I'm thinking? Don't interrupt me. Ooh. Ooh. Her mask is like a slipping a little on that. Eep. And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? Well, that witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. No, she, like, had a mask off moment. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. It's, essentially, Eni, snapped at the judge, and, her entire personality changed for just a split second. And I swear, I am getting Eni's, mannerisms in her speech, and I don't like it. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. After the murder, part 2. The side room was, kind of dark, you know? So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended in with it. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. The fuck is this? Yes, now I see. And you've given us a clear reason why you didn't notice the blood. But that's impossible! It sticks out like a sore thumb! You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? No, fuck no, I'm not! Alright, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness. After the murder, part 2. The side room was, kind of dark, you know? I'm gonna press her on this, because wasn't it, early in the morning? Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't put your subjective opinions on this onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Meanie's? I mean, I can understand if it soaks into the shirt, but if it's still fresh like that, you would notice it very well as a dark purple stain. I'm just saying. You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this threat little man. Okay. Ugh, can't breathe. Let me out of here. God, tell me about it, Phoenix. I'm the one controlling your brain right now. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. You didn't see the blood? Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well. Ooh. Ooh, we kinda caught her there for a second. That's, Are you gonna tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. Continue. Ooh. How did she not notice what the gun looked like? I persuade my sister that it's wasn't right to do so. I'm gonna keep pressing her until I can I need a little bit more information. I hate her mannerisms are rubbing off on me because I also use as my speech filler. Ah! And what was your sister, Miss Meanie, like at the time? Well, she was totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, she knew. She, said she did something really bad. And, she said she wanted to go with me to, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Yeah. And then I took my sister back to the channeling chamber. When? But she was still sleeping at the time. She was still sleeping. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better, too, Mr. Phoenix Light. The sooner the better. She says with the whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask one more thing, Miss Miney? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place, huh? Like, what do you mean? When you... Ooh. Maybe going to the crime scene? I'm talking about when you were going to the... Oh, that's right, because during the time, Pearl was actually in the Winding Way. Pearl was in the Winding Way when the pot shattered and the channeling was going on. Pearl was there. She would have noticed Pearl. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. She would have noticed Pearl because Pearl was busy. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd in the way of the channeling chamber is all that important? I think it is important. Because Pearl was there. At least from our statements, Pearl was there in the hallway. I think it's very important. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I didn't see anyone on the way to... Ooh. She didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber, but she should have seen Pearls. Try to remember that time. Oh, like, I remember, like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. This really was a dead end. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's not good. I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, he'll end the trial. I know. We have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. Okay, hang on. She should have seen this. Under repair in the hallway until the police came. She should have at least seen this because Pearl was there. Right before the murder. She should have seen Pearl while she was in the middle of it. Okay, so I have two options I'm running with. I'm going to present this. This is kind of a crazy thing, and I might get, like... Hell yeah, baby! I knew it! I freaking knew it! I finally found a fault. Or I guess, in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Hell yeah, baby! I'm actually doing a heck of a lot more smoother than I thought. Take a look at this urn. Like, urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? So, like, what does that prove? Objection! Who cares about some worn-out old urn? Like, yeah. I already, like, said I didn't see, like, anyone in the way on the channeling chamber. I didn't, like, totally say anything about, like, an urn, did I? It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the Winding Way at the time, there was no way you could have not seen this person. Our lovely little Pearl. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes. Oh, and how was this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Yeah, she should have seen this one. Oh. And she just happened to break this urn. Oh? Oh! Wait! She broke the urn? Yep. She accidentally knocked it over with her ball. Excuse me. I need some water. I cheered a little loudly for that. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Mug. Bitch. Miss Meanie. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Meanie. You are a masterful liar. She's starting to crack. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she says is watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Meanie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. So witnesses testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? No fucking way! Your lies end here. What are you? The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there's clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where's the contradiction? I believe it's actually in her testimony. I believe it's in her testimony. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Meanie, you made the following statement. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Meanie, how did you know that fact? Exactly. Because she was not around when the channeling happened. When the channeling started, she wasn't around. She was supposedly still sleeping. She wouldn't know Miss Morgan Fay was doing the channeling. How? I concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Busted. Which means, Miss Meanie, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by the way of the winding way. Cut! Alright, be a smug little bastard. But look at the mana guide map. If one would go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked the very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Meanie, please answer the question. Objection! This is getting heated. I love it. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Ooh. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Light, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meenie. Now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness in the time the murder took place? Simply put, she was already inside the channeling chamber. Miss Miney was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. She's the only time. That's the only way she would know Morgan Fay was in the room. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. I'm doing so well this time around. I'm actually, like, proud of myself. Mr. Phoenix Light, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the channeling chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Meenie was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Where was I hiding? Guys, if we remember correctly, there was a space right back here. And do we remember the box I was missing? There's only one place she could have been. Out of sight, out of mind. Behind the screen. Here, of course. Where she could not have been seen. Behind the folding screen? Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See? You stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball. No, Miss Meanie, you weren't so young. You shouldn't. One so young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps. As if you know exactly how old I am. Ooh, we are getting a little heated here. Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with help of this. The box was missing the entire time. Miss Meanie. This is all coming together so well now. How you were able to hide yourself in the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny little box? No person can fit in that. A lot of heart did. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding it from me in it. Objection! That closing box was in the side room, right? Which means that it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so how should I know? That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright. Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yeah, I can. And now, I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. The folding screen. Because 8 inches off the ground? Oh, like, bullet hole about 8 inches off the ground. Baby. That would be this. Take a look at this clothing box. I am so good at this today. Holy moly, I am on a roll, baby. I'm so happy. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This... What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit so surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole. About 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? Sorry if I'm blowing out anyone's eardrums, by the way. I'm just so ecstatic that I'm actually doing so well in this case. It's a folding screen. It has a hole that's the same height. That's right. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Meanie, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Well, how goes the game? The game is going very well. I'm being very proud of myself because surprisingly, this particular this particular portion of the case is actually going really well. You were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Man, my throat's... I'm so excited my throat's actually gonna crack.
Objection!
Then, Mr. Phoenix Light, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Meenie? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Meenie, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Light, then I have a proposition. This whole idea is that the witness moves the closing box to the crime scene. Pretend to be the defendant, kills the victim, and the crime scene. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself. Correct. It's not possible. I think we'll give her that. It really isn't possible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait. Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious. Miss Meanie, you had an accomplice. And that accomplice was Miss Morgan Fay. This person. If it wasn't someone from the Korean village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fay household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fay? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say, Miss Meanie? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands! Do you deny it? She's gonna have a catastrophic meltdown. Maybe? Yep, I can't scream. I'm sorry, guys. My throat would die. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Oh! Oh, shit! It was Dr. Gray who shot her. Shot at her. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen is so low to the ground. Oh, that makes a heck of a lot more sense. For some reason, I had it in my mind that first she shot him with, like, through the box. Was like, how would she shot him through the box? Now that I'm thinking about it. No, he was the one who took the shot. Ooh, pardon. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and bang. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Excuse me. Pardon. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. Oh. And pretended to be Maya Fey. What? That sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. Ow, my foot. Sorry. I have like a random Charlie horse in the foot. Oh, that hurt. I think I strained my foot. I'm trying to be careful with. Ow. Okay. Streamer moment. Got too excited. Got a Charlie horse in the foot somehow. Ooh, that hurt for a second. I got it. We're good. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind the murder. Oh yeah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm good. It's gone. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this. Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely! Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's... Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eeny Meeny want to kill Dr. Gray? There is a motive. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. You bitch. Yeah, motive. I didn't have a motive. Motive. That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What was her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? Well, simple. The reason why you wanted Dr. Gray dead was this. Huh. Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Just great. Now she's the one calling me my full name. You think I did this just to get revenge on for my sister's death? Yes! Clearly! Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say that I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm like, going to explain. So like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I like wanted revenge, then like I wouldn't have waited this long. But and besides, like the guy that thought of the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence. He asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. Oh god. However, you see, ouch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Light. You failed to support your own theory. This is the end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any further decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should have learned... You should really learn your place. Yeah. Well, what happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, like, it's just as I, told you. Hmm? I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Oh. Very well. Now I conclude the cross-examination, Miss Miney. Objection! Hold it. Dun, dun, dun. Hi, Mia. Oh my gosh, she went from devil to, absolute angel. Yeah, I know, right? Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. All right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Yeah. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? Phoenix, believe in yourself. Yes, you can. I am not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side! Yay! Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No, wait. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec! To be continued. Which we're going to continue now. Save the progress, yes. We'll take the 5-minute recess. I'm gonna hydrate. Hydrate before you dehydrate, everybody. June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Is it really true about my aunt? Oh shit, she's aware now. I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Eni could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt... Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Light. Hello, Francesca. Hey, Mrs. Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation? Looking down on me even though we're the same age. Are you done yet? You caused enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Cool. June 22nd, 12:10 p.m. to court number 2. Here we go again. Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Eeny Meeny had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Von Karma, ma'am, you are beautiful, but you are also evil just like your father. I think Francesca gets like a bit of a hard time, and it's such a shame we don't get to see her much after this game. Spoiler alert. I do love Francesca, though. Yes, I believe I can. Eeny Meeny and Dr. Gray have one point of connection. And that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Meany, please testify to the court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, like, you wanted to, like, ask about my, like, motive. I, like, don't see the point in, like, bringing up the past. Miss Meany, if you please. Okay, okay. Like, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Oh, last year's accident. That was, like, last year in May. Like, something really bad had happened at, like, my sister's clinic around then. And, like, the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired while she was driving. I was, like, totally pooped too, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, like, woke up because of a jolt and, like, it was a sea of flames around me. I, like, opened the door and, like, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was the talk of them on the tabloid shows day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Those were merely rumors. Totally baseless gossip. Yes, Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Meany's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Which means poke and prod until she spills the beans. That was like last year in May. Was it in May? May 2nd. Yeah, okay, checks out. I'm gonna press her for details though. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, like that was in May too. Like the thing was in all the patients dying like May 2nd. And like our accident was like on the 24th. Ooh, excuse me. 2 accidents back to back, and you assume it's just a coincidence. My sis was like totally tired, so that's why, duh. I'm gonna keep pressing her on this. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medications, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi? And was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Meany? Like, no way! Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Meany's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Meany was the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. I accident, my sister was like totally tired while she was driving. I'm pressing on these things. She was totally tired? You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and like was being investigated like every day. It was like a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder then that the car accident happened, huh? Press harder. So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Aha! So it's like, yeah, even if you were both tired, if she was more exhausted than you were, why didn't you switch places with her? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. But like, I don't have a driver's license. That's a lie. That's a lie. She has one. This is news to me. I was not aware you did not have your license, Miss Miney. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyway. She's lying. She had a driver's license. I think the rest of these statements are relatively irrelevant. Fell asleep in the passenger seat. Hang on, where was it? Totally pooped, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. Totally tired while she was driving. Fell asleep, woke up around me. Aha. I couldn't take over the driving for her. Ma'am, you are lying. This is a license photo. Objection! Bitch! Miss Miney, that was a lame lie just now. Like, what do you mean? I know you had a license back then. This is the photo you took for the express purpose of getting your driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. What are you talking about? What, are you talking about the perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you know about that? Ouch! No one cares. Fitness, when did you receive your driver's license? Last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's half a year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Light. What in the... that's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Minnie did not have a driver's license. Ow! I and my vape will get accommodate. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm glad you get it, but even if I had my license, I don't think my sis would have let me drive. Ow! Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia, with the whip and the pain and the... Oh, poor Phoenix, man. Miss Meanie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? Eh? That's because... I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony, Miss Meanie, if you please. How annoying. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. I wouldn't be allowed. Around that time, I was really close to getting my license. My sis was this totally big fan of cars, really valued them. I feel I'd just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She would say things no way am I letting a noob drive my car. But that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. Fancy red sports car, huh? I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. Not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but doesn't Edgeworth have a red shiny car? You know, European. Around that time, I was really close to getting my license. Totally a big fan of cars and really value them. It's gotten this... Can we press her for more details on what the sports car is? It was a new car. Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. From the UK. Were those her boyfriend's initials? And it was a really special model. She had waited for a whole year for it to arrive. Guess her love for cars would be the obvious next topic. Yes. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this is bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes? Please have the witness append to what she said in her testimony. You mean the part about the special import car? Yes. Oh, very well. Well, if you like cars that much, then it's not my point. Though to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. My sister's new car was like from a totally special model from the UK, from England. Press more. I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know ask about cars. As for the heck of it, why not, Phoenix? Go for it. So yes, what am I supposed to pick out for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, huh? They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite our cars here in the States. Wink, wink. It would seem that there's no benefit to owning one. Like, huh? This whole steering wheel on the right side thing, it's kind of goofy, isn't it? You. What do you know? Oh shit, she's losing her marbles. It's sleek shape of its way start. Oh. Wait. Yeah. I know what's going on. Forgive me. Personality really changes the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. Do 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 do. Late last night, two women's cars crashed in the highway center divide. One was unable to escape the flaming wreckage. They died on the site. Fell asleep at the wheel. Really tired, dropped off to sleep. There was a crash, and I just woke up. There's a huge sea of flames. Don't remember anything else. Doctor lurking in the shadows. Okay, I'm gonna... I'm gonna press her on a few more things, but I think we have that newspaper clip. Was your sister good at driving? She was, totally awesome. She, said she was going to be the, racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow, I think she bumped my question off track again. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Yeah. I was I immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled in a daze. Looks like you had a terrifying time. There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural sounding testimony. But we have to attack it and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so? Believe there is a path, I know it. Mia almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. One time I was getting close to getting my license. Really big fan of cars. New car was a special model from England. I feel like this is what we need to present with, because you're talking about a fancy smancy sports car. But don't forget what Phoenix said. Phoenix said that they were the driver's side is on the opposite end, which would mean I think it's this. I'm crazy, maybe, but there's no other option in my eyes. Objection! Because we're talking about the car, and don't forget what Phoenix said, that the steering wheel is on the opposite side to what we usually use here in the States. So what is considered our left, the wheel is on the right. Miss Meanie. Do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. Which means she would be on the... If she was on the passenger side, she would be on the right-handed side of the door. No, wait. She would be on the left. Excuse me, European car. I literally just said what I said. The passenger side would be on the left door, not the right door. The right door is where the steering wheel is. Which means she was behind the wheel. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side of the passenger seat is the left? Is the passenger seat the left or the right? Well, if it's on the right side, of course, because the driver's on the left. No, that's only for the state. That's only for cars in the States. Anything European is the opposite. That would be if it were an American car. But it would be the opposite in a British car. Excuse me, not European. I think it was just, I don't know. It could be maybe European models that do this. I don't know much about cars either, but I do know that there are some like the UK that do this. Opposite. The two of them were riding in a British car. You would know because you're British. In that case, the passenger side would be on the left side. What do you mean by this? Miss Miney, you said that you would escape using the right side of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Scream! Order, order in the court, order, order! Oh god, Mr. Phoenix Light is blabbering nonsense again. And he said the person who was in the who was driving was her older sister Miney. That is what Eni said, yes. But that's where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix. It looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi, who was actually driving that night? Mimi. Mimi wouldn't let her sister drive her car. The only true one is Mimi. And the one sitting behind the stand now is Mimi. The answer is one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Meanie. After all, that makes her the one person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Eenie Meanie, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Light? This witness's name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. The witness's real name is... Are we ready for this, chat? Don't forget that eye shape in the photo. We've never seen what Enie's true eyes look like. All we have seen are Mimi's. Mimi Meanie. That is your real name. Objection! Of all the foolish dribble. Then, how do you explain her appearance? The witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted to the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons had used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery. This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Mimi Meanie, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Why do different cars from different countries have different driver seats? I don't know. I think it's the way that their roads are created, but don't quote me on that as someone who has not been in like another country. I think it's the way their roads are made. Although I will say, if I drove like a British car, I would definitely be thrown for a loop because I'm so used to driving on my left side. This is the body that they found in the crash site. That was the body of the real Eeny Meeny. Do they drive off to? Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know on a personal level. I just know that like a lot of overseas cars are built slightly different. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Meeny? Oops. Move my desk. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eeny Meeny. Her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Eeny. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Meeny from existence. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? Dr. Gray wanted to call back a spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Meeny. However, that would not have been possible. Because Mimi Meeny was in fact alive. Man, that poor hat is like going through so much stress. I feel bad for it. That poor beret. And the fact that it would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. Oh, that's true, because she can only channel spirits. Mimi, if she was not dead, it would not have worked. And guess what? Dr. Gray would have also probably screamed that Maya was a fraud. Just saying. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Tenor Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. Boom, boom. Well, Miss Eeny? I mean, Miss Von Karma. Ow! Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness. Oh, don't do the sad puppy eyes now. That's right. I did. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Meeny. That quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Meeny wanted her old self to disappear because of this. Because of the incident at the surgical clinic. We haven't brought that up in a hot minute. So that's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Meeny. That's right. The person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Meeny had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in the incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't gone through that channeling, hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo jumbo. Mumbo jumbo? Becoming Eevee has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all. I believe there's still a few unsolved riddles here, such as why did Miss Miney choose to go through such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous! I am perfect! Me, Franziska von Karma! I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Ms. Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow! Ow! Ooh. Franziska! Franziska! Ow! And one more for good measure. Ow! Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud! A sham! Ma'am, if this wasn't like Kangaroo Court, Phoenix Wright, you would have been held in contempt and probably disbarred. Now then, it looks like there will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness, so I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty! That is all. This court is adjourned. She got a little bit mad there. She kind of went a little crazy. Congratulations, Maya. Sis? Aww. It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis? I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis? In my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box... That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. Oh, there must have been like some like Mia's perfume that just like still clung to it. That's right. There's still one thing I don't quite get. Hi, I'm awake now. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh? Congrats, Maya! Thanks. Aww. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know. But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. Oh, trust me, Maya. I'm going to feel bad for you, but this is going to happen at least 2 more times. Maybe 3 for good measure. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Oh yeah. Morgan also most likely got arrested for accomplice in murder. Hey Nick, tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why did she help Mimi Meanie with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't you just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. There's the reason Morgan helped me with our plan was, I think it was because of Pearl, actually. I believe. Yeah, Ami's not part of this. I believe it was actually because of Pearl. Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into the Karayan village. And that person will be you, Maya. And? But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear, and then what would happen? The branch family. My aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Huh? Everything was done for her sake. It was also that Pearls could become the next master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Oh god, she was suspicious of her aunt from the beginning too. That's gotta hurt when you're like fully like aware that someone's going to do something like that and like it's a possibility, but you just hope that it doesn't happen. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell 13. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of the Karayan, dear child. I sacrificed it all. All for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder. And cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Yeah, Morgan Fey is a little cuckoo bananas. Woo! We did it! Holy moly! That went so smooth. Oh my god. Hang on, I'm stretching. Woo! That went so smooth. I didn't get any penalties. Oh my god. I cannot believe that just happened. I literally went through that so smooth. Like, I was bam, 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 bam. I was on fire despite my tiredness, baby. God, I want some Loft House cookies now. I'm like craving those silly little soft cookies. I'm craving them now so bad. A little bit of sweetness after a very, very smooth case for the final. I didn't have a brain fart today. No, I didn't. Yay. Oh, now we're gonna be slowly sliding down the hill again, because... Oh, how do I put this? Case 3 is going to be a little... I will say this, before my voice cracks. Phoenix Wright is known for having an issue with their third cases. There's a lot of convolution that can happen. So when we start this one, bear with me, because this one's going to be a ride, and it's probably just as convoluted as ever. But yes, a brand new episode has been added. Episode 3. We're about halfway through. It's don't like that tone, girl. Well, welcome to me being suspicious. I like being a little suspicious. But yeah, next time we play this, we hit about the turnabout big top for the investigation. Oh. Don't worry, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I will probably be messing up a little bit more in this third case because I'm silly. But yes. I think this is definitely where I should stop for the night. Little investigating so fast. I'm like consistently weird out. How do I fix this now? Wait, manage. Oh, oh, kinda. Oh, oh, wait, that's how. Is it? How do I do this? E. Channel level setting. Nope, not what I need. I'm trying to find something. Give me like 2 minutes, cause my YouTube stuff like I said, my studio changed, so I'm actually a little confused. Oh wait, here it is. They just changed where my edit button was. Do 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 do. Let's see. It's been so long. Right, or is it just? Eh. Hey, I think it's a little on the empty side today. It's fine. I'm getting readjusted to my new YouTube studio layout. It's a little crazy. But yeah. This is where I'm going to drop off and I will leave you guys until Saturday. I will most likely put up the waiting room tonight because I have the stuff for it. And yeah, Saturday's gonna be fun. If it changes, I will let you know. But for now, I will put up the waiting room because I'm excited to hang out with Bubba and we do the Coffin of Andy and Lily chapter 2. But yeah, this is where I leave you. Have a good rest of your night, and I will see you all on Saturday. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye. Bye bye.